Hi, I'm Annette Richmond. Thanks for joining me today. This episode is all about creating videos with way less stress and burnout. You don't need a production team or a fancy studio to create great video content. You just need a system that actually works for you. With my system, I made 10 videos in one afternoon using Post-it notes, a whiteboard, and my basic recording setup. And today I'm pulling back the curtain so that you can steal what works for me and use it for yourself. So why the system works. Content burnout is real. If you've ever felt like you're starting from scratch every time you sit down to create content, you know what I mean. And I find having a system helps keep me on track, but having a content calendar planned for weeks or months in advance feels really restrictive. So instead, I have a living, breathing, ever changing content creation planner. Here's how my low tech system works. I don't have a fabulous memory, so I capture ideas whenever I think of them. I keep Post-it notes, pink Post-it notes, and my favorite gel pen nearby to jot my ideas down. Then I take those Post-its and I organize them by type on a big whiteboard that I have hanging in my office. Now, my categories are trick videos, which are fun to create and great for grabbing attention. Teach videos, which I create to demonstrate how to do a simple transition or editing technique. Overlays, which is overlaying text on B-roll footage, great for people who are still uncomfortable on camera or just want to create an easy video when they don't have time or energy to record. And the fourth category is quick videos, which might be sharing a favorite tripod or a quick tip. This process helps me to visually see the content on the whiteboard rather than on an app or an online platform. So my content flow works something like this. I try to batch record content whenever I can, and using my system gives me a lot of flexibility on those days. So I start by going to my big whiteboard and I choose several videos that inspire me that day. And I grab a mix of easy and challenging ideas because too many videos that require planning the shots, recording multiple videos, complicated editing skills kill momentum and encourages burnout. Too many easy ones? Well, that doesn't stretch me. But when life gets in the way, I have easy options. I also sequence my recording by setup. For example, I make a list of all of my standing shots and a list of all of my seated shots. That way, I'm not tearing down and resetting my gear over and over again. Why this process works for me? Well, it works because it removes many of the content creation blockers that we all face. One is generating ideas. Well, I already have ideas. What am I going to create today? Well, I just choose an idea or ideas that inspire me that day. And overcomplicating the process because I'm not setting up and breaking down equipment. And I'm also not editing each video after I record it. I save the editing either later for that day or another day, or I do it a few videos at a time. So the reason this is so important is when life gets in the way, having this process helps me keep showing up, even when life is chaotic or throws me a curveball. I can record a few quick, easy videos or use some B-roll footage to tell a story. Maybe I'm not showing up with some cool trick videos, but I'm still present. So take my system and make it yours. You don't need Post-it notes and a whiteboard. You could just list your ideas in Notion or use a whiteboard on a platform like Miro. Whatever works for you. The important part is this: give your ideas a home and build a habit around capturing them. Make content days easier with a system that plays to your strengths. So this is how I made 10 videos in one afternoon. And more importantly, it's how I keep making content without burning out or pushing through when I'm just not up to it. If you've been trying to create more video, but always feels like an uphill climb, try starting with the system, not the camera. Thanks for joining me today. Steal my system and make it your own. And if you want to go deeper into a content strategy that actually works for you, you know where to find me.